everybody, thank you for joining me for video number 2. First off, I just wanted to thank everybody who's been joining the Facebook group and who's been recommending people to join the Facebook group and all the likes on the YouTube videos. I'm so very much grateful and appreciative of all of it. And I'd also like to thank all my friends and family who also joined that page and have been watching these videos. Although it's nerve-wracking to know that you guys are watching, but thank you anyways for the support. I much appreciate it. So I guess one of the common things people were wondering is, who am I and why is it that I'm putting myself out there? Having a condition like MS, for sure it is much easier to protect yourself by not talking about it and not letting people see into it. And I know this because I did this for a very long time. Kind of hid it. I was scared to talk about it, and I didn't want people to judge me for my condition. So why, you ask? So like most of you, I spent lots of my life trying to find happiness. I did this through a variety of things. I kept busy, went to school, went to work all the time, trying to sort of find the things that were going to make me happy. I thought if I, lost 10 pounds, if I bought a Jeep, if I, had kids, all these things would make me really, really happy. So I went about life, and in my mid-20s, I gave birth to my first son, who was the most beautiful thing I've ever laid my eyes on. I made him all sorts of promises about me being a great mom and me being happy and that I would just be a better person overall. But shortly after he was born, I was back to work, I was back to school, back to trying to lose that baby weight. And then before I knew it, I was a mother to 2 beautiful boys, both fantastic little people. And then again, I was back to, yes, Mace? Are you still in the washing machine? Sorry about that. Speaking about beautiful babies. So I was, shortly after my second son was born, I was back to my crazy, crazy life and not really taking time to appreciate the things that were happening. I was suffering and denying a lot of stress and depression at this time, but I was just ignoring it, like I was doing everything else, like I was ignoring my symptoms and all that kind of stuff. But shortly after my second son was born, I had one of my regular scheduled appointments at the neurologist. No big deal. You go every 6 months, or at least I was. And that was the day that he let me know that he was diagnosing me with relapsing remitting MS. And those are those moments in life where everything kind of comes to a halt. And it's devastating. Despite the fact that you might have known it was coming, you really just don't expect it. And for some reason, it knocks you off your feet. It blows you away. And those are the moments where, you kind of decide, are you going to let this disease swallow you whole, or are you going to make it your motivation? I thought I was going to make it my motivation. I really did. I just, thought I would do better now. For sure. For sure this time. But unfortunately, that really wasn't the case. Again, I was back to working hard, and I was back to denying my health concerns, and I was back to just hoping if I just got here and I just got there, then I'd be okay. I lost some weight. I got my Jeep, got my job, but as it turned out, I still hadn't found that happiness. So in November 2014, I had the biggest blow of them all when I had a MS attack that landed me in the hospital. And for some reason, despite knowing that I'd had MS for years, it was so crazy to hear people other than my neurologist and my family doctor say this was a MS attack. And I just wanted to say, why are you people saying MS? I don't have MS. For some reason, I was in denial. I was still in denial that I had MS, and I really don't know why. So that experience was, for some reason, that was it. That was the acceptance, where I really had to stop and say, hey, other people are saying MS. Like, this is it. This is really what this is. And again, that was scary. And I very quickly found myself falling back into that little slot of depression, and feeling really sorry for myself. And I didn't really think that there was a way out this time. That this time it really hurt. Um, but I don't know. I started researching a bit more into some things, about finding the alternatives, and trying to be more positive. I looked into things about Buddhism. Happens to be my favorite. I'm for sure not going to push that on you, but it is my little thing that I like to study and practice. But one of the things through either Buddhism or law of attraction, or any sort of religious thing or spiritual thing that you may be involved in, was gratefulness. And that was the biggest thing for me, was just learning to start being grateful for the things that I had. And as it turned out, when you find that happiness. And I somehow have managed to turn my MS to not something that I live with, but something that I live beside. And I've found a way to make MS my motivation, and I've found a way to really use it, to keep myself going every day, which sounds twisted, but that's how I'm dealing with this, and I hope to help others kind of deal the same way. So I will, talk about it more. So I will just check out for now. So leave any comments, questions, concerns. I'd love to hear your guys' stories. So please, thanks. Bye.